group introduced was the leadership of Elon Musk and Tony Fernandez. And our group name is Hello. And our group member leader is Jesse. And my name is Kitamura Ayame. And Yap Weifu, Hu Linwei, Fan Ru Huang. So, firstly, who is Tony Fernandez and Elon Musk? Tony is the CEO of AirZero, and Elon Musk is CEO of Tesla. And their personality is very different. Tony's personality is known for his positive outlook and approachability. But Elon's personality often described her as having multiple models or personalities, and some people describe dangerous figure. So we will compare their leadership style and behaviors.
Hi, my name is Yap Wei Ho, student ID 01345550, and I'll be talking about two of the leader's major achievements. We'll start with Elon Musk, who created SpaceX, and his goal was to make space accessible. He achieved this by developing and successfully landing reusable orbital class rockets like the Falcon 9. This wasn't just innovation though, it fundamentally reduced the cost of space access and revolutionized the industry. Second, Tesla. As a CEO, he transformed Tesla into the world's most valuable car maker and a leader in electric vehicles. His goal was to prove that electric cars could be high performance, desirable, and practical, successfully driving mass adoption and shifting the entire automotive paradigm. Next, we'll talk about Tony Fernandez and AirAsia. In 2001, Fernandez took over the heavily in-depth AirAsia and implemented a no-frills budget model. Crucially, he made it profitable within a year, transforming it into a multi-billion-dollar business under the motto, "Now everyone can fly." Second, strategic expansion. His success wasn't just operational, it was also political. He successfully lobbied the Malaysian government for open skies agreements. This crucial advocacy secured relaxed landing rights for low-cost carriers, which was the foundation for AirAsia's rapid regional growth. And that is two of the leader's major achievements.
Thank you, Wei Ho. My name is Lo Jingqi and my student ID is 01366694. So now I'm going to talk about the leadership style. I'll be starting with Elon Musk first, who represent a transformational leadership style. So transformational leaders focus on inspiring and motivating their employees to achieve more than what is expected. Elon Musk's leadership is built around bold vision, innovation, culture, and leading by example. First, his bold vision inspires people with meaningful goals. For example, the SpaceX mission to make life multiplanetary has motivated thousands of engineers to pursue what once seemed impossible. This makes an employee feel purpose-driven and part of something bigger. Second, Musk creates an innovation culture by promoting creativity and risk-taking. A good example is the early Falcon 1 and Model 3 experiments. Even after multiple failures, he encouraged his team to keep trying until success. This risk-tolerant mindset leads to breakthrough technologies like reusable rockets. Third, Musk leads by example. He's known to work up to 80 to 100 hours a week and even sleeps in the factory during production crisis. So this level of commitment builds trust and motivates his team to work harder because they see their leaders sharing the same challenges. Finally, Musk rewards achievers by oftenly publicly praises top-performing engineers and gives them more responsibility. This recognition strengthens a high-performance culture within his company. Next, let us look at Tony Fernandez, who demonstrated a democratic leadership style. So, democratic leaders involve team members in decision-making, value their input, and encourage collaboration. Tony Fernandez's leadership is people-oriented and focuses on participation, relationship building, and transparency. First, he practices participative decision-making and he listens to employee feedback and includes them in key decisions. For example, the AirAsia self-checking kiosk were developed from staff suggestion. By involving employees, Fernandez makes them feel valued and respected. Second, he strongly builds relationship with his staff. He often walks around the airport and even works alongside the ground crew to understand their challenges. This hands-on approach builds loyalty and strong teamwork across all levels of company. Third, Fernandez values transparency communication. During the COVID-19 crisis, he held open online meetings and social media updates to explain the company's situation honestly. This honesty builds trust and keeps employees motivated even during pay cuts. Lastly, he empowers others by helping them grow. Many AirAsia managers were promoted from within, such as former cabin crew becoming team leader. So through initiatives like AirAsia Academy, he encourages staff to learn new skills and advance their careers.
Hello everyone, I'm He Lin Wei and my student ID is 0139304. So today, let's talk about the two co-leadership calls of Elon Musk. First, it is ultimate mission of setting the North Star still. For example, SpaceX lets human beings become a multiplanetary species, and Tesla's accelerate the world's transformation to sustainable energy. These are not short-term goals, but the sea of stars that require decades of struggle. So why do you have to do this? Because only a ground vision at this level can bring together top talents so that everyone can still persist after experiencing countless rocket explosions and production crises, and also make investors willing to pay for the technology that may only be effective in 10 years. But it is not enough to have a vision, which leads to the second point. Primary principle thinking. Musk doesn't believe in industrial conversions. When he saw the quotation of space class parts worth millions of dollars, he asked what kind of materials it is in essence. How much are these materials worth? The team disassessibly bullied and found that the cost of rocket raw materials only accounted for 2% of the selling price. This essential insight allows him to make a subversive decision, make it himself, so SpaceX released recyclable rockets, and the launch cost was reduced by 1/10. So, to sum up, the target of the North Star gets the direction, and the first principle clears the off-task. One looked up at the road, and the other lowered his head to a truck. It is the combination of the two that has created the business miracle we see today.
Hello, my name is Fen Ruohang, and my student ID number is M441000357. And now, let's talk about two important things Tony Fernandez is good at doing. The first thing is that set clearly goals and focus on key things. This is a great strength of his because it helped him save the failing AirAsia. When he took over AirAsia in 2001, he quickly fixed two main things to do. The first thing is that turn it into a cheap airline. He cut unneeded service like free meals and only kept the most basic ones, aiming at people in Southeast Asia who want to travel cheaply. The second thing is that fly to small cities. These are small towns in Southeast Asia countries where few planes flew before, but many people needed to fly. With these clear goals, AirAsia soon became the biggest cheap airline in Southeast Asia. And the second things he do is that change easily when things go difficult. The airline business is very unstable. Fuel prices go up and down steadily, and crises can come out of nowhere. But Tony's ability to change plans saved AirAsia many times. For example, during the 2008 financial crisis, fuel got much more expensive and almost no one traveled by plane. He soon started AirAsia X, which offers cheap, long-distance flights. He also worked with Grab to sell travel packages, and when COVID hit and all flights stopped, he used the planes to carry medical supplies. He even started AirAsia Food, a service that delivers food to people. This ability to change kept the business running.
In conclusion, we think Tony's leadership is better than Elon's because he always thinks about workers. He thinks workers are very important, so his style is more caring and helpful for people. However, Elon also tried the democratic style, but sometimes he focused too much on his own vision. That's why we believe Tony's leadership is more stronger and more balanced. That's all our Hello Group presentation. Thank you for listening.